It's not, tell us a bit about how long it took to learn all of this and start playing with it beyond just thinking, oh yeah, I've got this because I can act.
You know, I grew up in a military household. And, while there are certain emotional drawbacks to that, there are intellectual and organizational pluses that are, hard to beat. So, my father was really, strict on order, organization, and the incremental completion of tasks, and also combined with my mother's push on education. As a really young child, we had to put hospital corners on our beds and our shoes were lined up, and, so, at 6 years old, we were forced to think along those military lines, and everything was a mission to my father. Like, there was nothing that was a basic task. You weren't just gonna wash the dishes. It was a mission, that had to be completed with, military precision, down to how much dishwashing liquid you're using and how much the bottle costs. And if you use that much, and how many dishes do you wash with that amount of dishwashing liquid, and how long are you gonna be able to use this dishwashing bottle, so you can relate that to how much work you have to do to be able to wash that many.
Your dad sounds Indian.
Yeah.
I have to say, so Will, is your dad Indian? It's like, wow. That is intense.
Yeah, so it was really, his mind was like that, and I took, we always take the things we hate the most from our parents. But, from that, the gift of structure and the gift of breaking tasks down, you set the goal, but the breaking the tasks down into smaller, manageable pieces was a thing that I came out of my childhood with. For example, you met JL.
Yeah.
So I told when I said I wanted to be the biggest movie star in the world, and I was 18 or something.
Oh, no, I haven't met him yet.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about. I haven't met him yet.
JL?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
And I said I want to be the biggest movie star in the world. So the first thing that we did is we looked at, okay, well, what are the top 10 movies of all time? Because if you want to be the biggest movie star in the world, you're going to have to make the biggest movies in the world. So we said, well, what are the top 10 movies? So we looked at the top 10 movies. We said, well, what are the patterns? What are the patterns in the top 10 movies? And at the time, 10 out of 10 were special effects movies. And 9 out of 10 were special effects movies with creatures. And 8 out of 10 were special effects movies with creatures and a love story. So, that's where the bent for me towards sci-fi movies came from, the recognition of the patterns of sci-fi creatures and a love story. So that became what we were looking for with everything. And then Independence Day was a no-brainer, and then Men in Black was, behind that.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of systemized
algorithm.
Yes, right, exactly. Looking for what is the pattern, and that's one of the gifts my father stuck me with coming out of childhood.
Yeah.